안녕하세요, 여러분. Good morning. It is literally the next day since the last time I worked on the charger. Actually, it's so early. In fact, it is 6 o'clock in the morning. Like I have not slept. I have stayed up all night editing, and I realized, oh, it's already 6 o'clock. So let's go work on the charger because after filming technically last night from the previous video, and I went through everything. I was like, I used this one as a kind of like, oh, like maybe this thing was clogged up. I took apart the block adapter one more time. I looked at it, like there's fluid going in there, and so I'm like, all right, well, I messed with the lines again, and I'm thinking, all right, well, the only other thing I could think of at the time last night, the gauge is broken. Both gauges are probably broken, or because they've been, and here's as a reference, they've been sitting out like in my boxes for like almost a year. And to me, I'm like, that's kind of a far stretch that both gauges will go out. But it's like, hey, well, you never know. It's one of those moments that things could just happen. So I literally, thankfully, we have 24-hour auto zones where I live. So I went to get myself a brand new oil pressure gauge. Unfortunately, the ones that I normally use, they come in a 3-pack, which is like $60. And I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not trying to pay $60. So this was actually half that price. This is like $32. So and it's like identical. It's analog, same thing. It just looks a little different. But I'm gonna do this, put it in there, and then see if that fixes the problem. It's parts changing, but I'm at the point where I'm thinking I'm trying to do all the easy stuff first before I go too crazy. I mean, I literally took apart that block adapter like 3 4 times now. There's another thing I realized this morning. I didn't really check the oil level recently. I know it had oil in it. Like we put at least like almost 7 of these things in here, the break-in oil, which I realize this is all empty now. So it is very and then don't forget this is a brand new, not brand new, but like there's like all these fresh lines. There's a cooler. So and then obviously to fill the whole motor up, it's possible because there's technically seven quarts technically was put in here. But don't forget we lost a little bit on like in the pan. We lost a little bit on the floor. So I'm gonna actually check the oil right now and see if it's low or not. I know it was pretty much full before I started the car because I didn't want to start it. Oil, you already know that's trouble. Okay, and the verdict says we're like half the dipstick, so we have oil. So oil is not an issue. We have oil here, and I made sure the lines were installed correctly by the block adapter. I mean, I'm pretty much done everything I could do. That's like checking all my grounds. Oh my! This dipstick does not want it. So okay, but now what's the okay? So let's find. Let's say hypothetically this does not fix the problem. What's the next thing? I think at the pump itself is not that good. So this is not. This is, I believe, this is the same pump I used for the Pink 40. But you guys remember because the Pink 240 didn't really ran right at all. Like not even for like a good cycle. Like this one could run on its own, no problem, and runs really normal. It could idle. The Pink 240 obviously could idle. So I couldn't get an accurate reading, but I swear to you that we had oil pressure. Like I have to, like I said, I have to go back. I haven't had a chance to take a look at the old footage, but I promise you that I confirm with video evidence that the Pink 240 had oil pressure, like full on oil pressure, right, with the analog gauge. So yeah, I'm gonna just do this. This will be super simple to install, and I'm gonna put everything brand new, like everything from all the lines, the fittings, new. Like I mean, there's no way that this could be broken or contaminated or whatever. So if this literally fixes the problem, I'll be so happy. I'll be so happy. Like I'm like, oh wow, that's freaking fantastic. And I hope it does because I really don't want to put the old pressure pump in there because like I have to take everything apart. And my biggest issue about putting the new pump on, another pump on, is to torque this bolt down. And the way I did it before is by holding the flywheel, or you use the diff and the rear end to hold the car down by putting the car in gear. But because we don't have a drive shaft, we can't put it in gear. Do that. So you would have to come up with some crazy contraption. Maybe you could hold the cams. I guess I've seen people try to do that with cams, but I don't want to do all that. So yeah, all right, let's put this thing together and then hope for the best. Hopefully this $30 will fix my problem. And You know, let's just get this thing. All right. Ugh. This is gonna be my third time putting one of these guys together. And I mean, honestly, there's no point in returning it because once this gets full of fluid, it's kind of done. What's nice about this model is that it's actually got like an independent bracket. So if you had like a solo, you know, like a solo section, that's kind of nice. So I like these little analog gauges, man. Like they're cheap. I mean, I've never had an issue with them until right now, and which I still don't think that the gauge is the issue, but it's the only other thing I haven't really tried to like replace. I mean, like I said, you never know that it maybe from sitting for so long, both of those like have similar condition, and it's possible that they're just both like, you know what, no. So, but in my mind, pump is like the bigger problem because I don't know, like I mean it's sealing, like that's the thing that there's no obvious answer like on jump. So it's just like it's just really so. But I mean, sometimes you get lucky, and it's one of those like super easy fix problems. You know, that's what all car people wish they could have. It's just those easy, like, oh, it was actually that the whole entire time. And I guarantee you, the second I find out what the actual issue is, either it's this or something else. Oh, I am. All right, so for this, you want to make sure for the gauge side, you want to make sure you're all the way in there. Yep, you're touching, and then all you just gotta do is just close it with the fitting in the taper position. Then I literally saw the 10 mil. Go. Take the 10 mil, and then you just go at it until, and it'll self crimp when you tighten it. So that's like what, like I said, the beauty about analog gauges is that they're just very easy. I mean, there's disadvantages and advantages with electric versus analog, or digital versus analog. So, but the saying goes, analog gauges don't lie. Now saying, what if those gauges are actually telling the truth? Like, hey, there's some. But last night I did see the gauge a bar, one little click, which that doesn't really mean anything, you know. So, but I don't know. Last night I was here after the cameras were off, and then I'm just come on, dude, like I gotta be missing. There's gotta be something. I made a mistake somewhere that's like a little bit more obvious. Like I said, I don't want to jump to conclusions like it's an oil pump right now, just because like what if I do all that work and it's not and that's a bigger. Now I'm like putting myself in always do the simpler one, even if it's considered parts changing. Rather just do that than going crazy, and then you realize, now hit this guy all the way down. So what the one nice thing about this is that because these are all brand new fittings, I know that these guys will work harder. Oh, I guess I could use, oh no, that's not, is that 12? Just gotta push the vacuum line all the way down there. Actually, you know, this is an 11. Oh yeah, it's an 11, right? So, oh, last night was such a nightmare, dude. All I could think about was like, wrong, did I do that wrong? So hopefully that's like all car problems solved. Yeah, I could probably just this like this and loose. Bingo, we have a crimped setup. Cool, done. And now we just gotta install it. I mean, thankfully, like it's all this is pretty accessible. It's not like it's that's the only one beauty about it. Okay, all right, just gotta touch this one more time, hopefully for the last time. Where's my little fitting here? So yeah, this fitting is receiving oil, so because it's dripping right now, and I could visually confirm that it wasn't, you know, I wasn't seeing things last night. I could visually confirm oil is coming out of that port, so we are getting contact. I can't reach that. It's like a smaller set. My 11. Like I said, I'm just changing everything, just sense of peace of mind. Like fittings, cool. Old fitting is out. Here's the new fitting. Boy, there. I'm like using like the side of the intake to kind of, and then I'm gonna put this inside the cab, and then I'm gonna try to use the starter for a little bit. The starter did get hot last night. Just trying to use the starter for too long. I do not have another RB starter on standby right now, so I can't lose this starter. That's nice. That was like nice tight. This brand new fresh out of the box, and then I'm putting that in there. So I can see it from the side of the cab. Find out right away, please, for the love of God. This is all right, so ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna find out if this is gonna be the problem. I feel like this is gonna fix anything. Oh, just gonna be like, well, I just wasted 30 years. Oh my God, the car was on this whole entire time. Oh Lord, that's not good. This is not good. I'm not getting any reading. You know what that means? All right, well, I might as well just start it now. Let's see if it does it. Nothing. 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 Don't understand. I'm seeing none at all. No oil pressure. Yeah. Well. Yep. That wasn't gonna fix it. I kind of figured. So yeah. I guess the next thing is I don't think that oil pump is doing justice. I don't think that oil pump is giving enough pressure. I wonder if this oil pump hasn't it's just not producing enough PS. Like it's I don't know what I genuinely don't know. All right, well, I mean, the next thing we could do now is just change out that pump. So that sucks. That sucks, man. So that means the other gauges were just fine. Oh, kind of figured. It was a long shot, but all right, well, I guess yeah, we just tear apart the pump, I guess. I mean, thankfully the pump is not that hard to do. But do I have another oil pump gasket? I don't have one with me. Or I that's the one I use. I hopefully in this box of gaskets from my previous builds, I should have a oil pump gasket. That's the only thing stopping me from doing. Oh look, I have a gasket for the oil pressure. So yeah, as long as I have one, if I have a gasket for oil pump, we can make this stuff happen. If not, this is gonna be an issue. Really? Do I not have a gasket for oil pump? What? Do I not have an oil pump gasket? What? Do I really not have an oil pump gasket? What? You're telling me that I used my only last one? All right, so you know what that means? I have to hopefully, so since it's really early in the morning right now, hopefully Toge Factory has one. Ugh, don't remember if they had one in stock. Like I said, hopefully they do. That's the one downside about like JDM engines, is that if you don't have anything on your own supply, you're kind of on your own. All right, well, that confirms it. You know, gaskets were in and the lines were never an issue. So we'll have to save all these. All right, I guess we'll just pretty much tear apart the front and then we just go from there. And then, so I guess this pump is just no good. That's interesting. I mean, that's like, what else can it be?